Is this okay? Ooh, I can't see very well. I'm gonna assume this is okay. Hi guys, welcome to today's video. An interesting one for you. Why so aggressive? Today I am going to be answering some questions about being married and kind of a first year of marriage recap. I've been married now for, it was a year in February, so it's been like, this is coming quite late. But I thought I'd give it a go and film this because it's never going to be as fresh as it is today. So let's do it. I have some questions that I have found online. There wasn't a lot out there, surprisingly, but I think that a lot happens in the first year of marriage, especially if you're also moving in together for the first time, which is what my husband and I did. This is like a lot of new stuff. Okay, let me get my questions up. Question 1. Was it as hard as you thought it would be? This is an interesting question. Excuse me. Okay, this is an interesting question. Before we got married, when we'd talk to other married couples, people would kind of relay their own experiences of it being a really hard year, being a hard time. So we kind of, because of that, had our expectations, I feel like, in a pretty good place for the challenges there would be. So I'll say, like, yes, it was as hard as I thought it would be, but it was also better than I could have ever thought it would be as well. Is that too cryptic? Should I elaborate? I don't know. I'd say we fought more than we ever had in dating or engagement. But I think that's natural when you're suddenly living with someone and navigating that, and also you have the stability and safety of knowing that you are committed to them for life. So yeah, I know I definitely opened up so much more and just let out all of this stuff, my stuff. There we go. Okay, following on from that first question, what was the hardest part of the year? I know this will differ for both of us, so I'm just speaking for myself. For me, the hardest part was so much change happened, and we took great efforts to be prepared for marriage, but I didn't ever really look into and prepare for what it meant to me to be a wife. Obviously, being Christian, there are biblical implications of what a good wife is, which I know are often misrepresented and misunderstood, but I think I was a little intimidated by the task of figuring it out. And I know that I definitely felt in the first couple months, this is a harsh word, but I felt very lost. I felt very lost in myself. Even though I was experiencing so much joy and delight in being married to this other person, I also felt a lot of insecurities that I thought maybe had gone away and returned, and there was just a lot of self-work that I needed to really do. And I think for me personally, I've always been very independent and not really ever had to answer to anybody since I've been an adult. And so all of a sudden, knowing that I'm responsible not only for myself anymore, but for someone else's feelings and emotions, their dreams, that was a lot of sudden responsibility that I'd never anticipated. Question number 2, what has brought you closer together this year? There's just so much. I don't really know. I think just getting to experience life, being married, going to sleep together and waking up together is definitely so special. And just kind of the whole process of blending our lives to be one has just brought us immensely closer together. Yeah. Next question. What is your favorite memory of this first year? I tried to think about this a little beforehand, and I found it really difficult because I feel there's not one, extra special thing. What's my favorite memory of this first year? Getting married. Duh. I feel for us, it's been just the small moments where we realize how far we've come together and grown together, and just being together, we're big cuddlers, so being near each other and feeling so connected is just the best feeling ever. Next question. Did you have a wedding or honeymoon disaster that you are already laughing about? I think I'm gonna do a separate video on our wedding because we got married during COVID and it just wasn't a super fun time to be planning a wedding. There's just lots to talk about there. But I think a funny thing from our honeymoon was that we did fight. Like, it wasn't all like sunshine. Like, majority was very like honeymoon phase. But there were at least like 2 times when we like got into a fight, an argument, and just like definitely weren't honeymoon couple ready. What has surprised you most about being married? I mean, there's been so many surprises as someone who's never been married before. Like, everything's new and exciting, and also like, what? I think the most surprising thing has been to see the process of getting so close to somebody else. I'm someone who finds it really hard to make close friends and be so vulnerable. And so, yeah, the process of becoming that and like get emotional just talking about it. Like, just having someone that's always gonna be there for you, but also you like, you've seen them pee as well. What was even the question? What has surprised you most? Oh, yeah, right. I think like how different it has felt from just being engaged or dating. Like, for me, it's felt so entirely different. I really struggled throughout our relationship with feelings of like doubt and like worry about, is this the person? Like, is this, you know, I didn't want to make a mistake. Like, marriage has always been very, 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 very like sacred to me. And when all of a sudden it was like within reach, it was terrifying at the same time as being incredible. But yeah, since being married, that has changed completely, and that I have not felt any doubts or second thoughts or like anything of that sort. It's just been an immense like peace and just letting go of any fears I had. Whatever happens now, like, we are together, we're married, we're both so committed to working on anything and not letting anything get to a place where we aren't on the same team anymore. Yeah. Next question. What is a bonus quality you received in your spouse that you didn't know about until marriage? I'd say this is a little cheating because I knew this a little bit before marriage, but just how good Anthony is with managing finances. It's kind of a weird, fact, but he's just really good at seeing the big picture and like goals to like achieve things, and just he's got awesome ideas. If you've heard of The Barefoot Investor, like, he got me into that, and I mean, I haven't finished the book, but I get the idea. Just how good it is to have someone like that when I have never really been good at managing my money or knowing what to do with it. So that's been like such a great thing to have in a partner in my husband. Okay, next question. What is something you've done that has worked and really made a difference in your marriage that you would give as advice to others on their wedding day? Okay, I think the biggest thing I would say, after only being married for like a year and a bit, would be being connected to your spouse is the most important thing. And figuring out what that looks like and means for both of you is vital. I don't know exactly how we figured it out, but I can just feel, for me, okay, so I'm quality time and physical touch when it comes to love languages. Love languages. Say that 5 times. So for me, I can really feel when I haven't had that quality time and felt close to him. So something that we have done to make sure that we both just feel connected and have that time, and this, we have not done this perfectly at all, is we eat meals, like dinner, together at the table. We don't eat anymore watching like TV or anything else except for like weekends. We also don't go to bed with our phones, and we've really failed at that during the year, like many times, and then seen the difference when we have made that change again. So yeah, that's like the biggest thing I would say. Find what is your trigger for feeling disconnected and what's gonna help you feel connected. This is a very juicy question. Have you ever talked about divorce? No. We definitely have not, if you can tell by the rest of my answers. We specifically have made a promise that we won't even joke about that or bring up that word like in, fights or in any time really. Because I think once you start joking about that word and using it in fights or things, like it doesn't take you in a healthy direction. I feel like there's a lot of steps that come before people wanting to separate or get divorced, and we focus on preventing those steps rather than like jumping up to that. Yeah, we're gonna keep it that way. Well, those are all the questions that I have for today. I know it was a bit of a different video, a little bit more, I don't know, I haven't edited this yet, so I don't know how funny it's gonna be, but I'm imagining it's a bit more solemn. But anyway, I just want to encourage you, if you are dating or engaged or married, to just take a minute to reflect on where you're at. Think about connecting with your person. Yeah, always remember that you're on the same team. You're fighting for things together, not fighting each other. And yeah, yay. I hope I was like the least bit concise. No, what's the word I'm trying to find? Intelligible. Legible. Nope. Succinct. Thanks again for watching, especially if you're here till the end. Woo! I'm still trying to get 100 subscribers. I'm still trying to get 100 subscribers by the end of October, which is my birthday. I've got some really fun stuff that's going to be coming up. We may be traveling overseas, which is going to be awesome. And I'm going to vlog and bring you along with me. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe now. You don't want to miss that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye! This video is dedicated to my husband. He's really cool. You'd like him.